Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Back Hatch. My name is Sid. Joining with me today is Chris and Zach.
Hi.
Yeah, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Well,
San Diego.
if we weren't just in front of on a Zoom call for the last 4 hours for our classes, we'd be better.
Dude, we got that last breakout session. No one talked. We're all just like,
Yeah.
I told them, I was
8
like,
o'clock right now.
y'all, I'm struggling. They just all kind of laugh.
Yeah,
it is.
That's got to be tough over the summer. I only took summer classes once, and it was cool because I had cool people in the class. And the stuff that we were doing was like, like we showed up, so we had to go to class. Like I think I had a theory class, and there was some type of curricular ed type of something. I don't know, but it worked out pretty well. And like I said, there's cool people. Somebody is thirsty.
Oh, I'm dog sitting. Sorry.
It ain't me. I'm sitting here.
If you hear collars rattling, or dogs slurping, or squeaky toys, I don't think they have any squeaky toys.
Because at first I thought it was my cat because he's licking my arm, but I was like, no, it don't sound like that.
Yeah, I've got a dog bowl right over here.
There is literally one right here.
Will was normally with us, but once he got back from hunting polar bears, he is now recording his episode of Chopped. So if you want to make sure you catch that on the Food Network,
Listen, I would watch Will.
Oh,
I just opening that basket up, watching him react to what's in the basket. That's all. That's all I need to watch. It's just that. It'd be so good.
That would be I think I would like to be on Cutthroat Kitchen.
They're bringing that back. Did you see that?
Oh,
it's called like Knives Out edition or something like that. Like Cutthroat Kitchen Knives Out. Yeah, it's not Alton Brown anymore. That's there's someone else. But I like Cutthroat Kitchen. One of my favorite ones when they do like he has to cook on that mini kitchen. Mini kitchen.
Or they take all their utensils away and they only get aluminum foil.
Yes, that's always a good one too. Yeah, it's a good show, man.
Catch more on our special edition Food Network episode.
I can talk. We all can talk about food.
Food.
So we're all pretty decent at cooking and eating food.
Between all four of us, we can make a pretty good meal.
Yeah, we're not bad.
Yeah, because Will don't mind chopping stuff. See, he be
doing
chopping.
The most.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, But then they say the same thing about me and desserts. I'm just like, man, that's big.
Dude, that baklava you made that one day, man, I had like a quarter of that thing. That was good. That was real good.
Man, so Jen liked how it tasted, but she didn't like it because she's a texture girl.
Oh, I can see that. I can see if you're not like big in that kind of pastry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, she was like, I want to like it. It tastes good, but I can't. I was like, no soup for you. No, she brought me. She brought me. That's my only Seinfeld reference. So that's about it. That's all I got. There's a couple more that I got.
Zach's out. He's out.
But no, she brought me a recipe, a dessert cooking book for Christmas. She's like, oh, that's nice. And she's like, yeah, you should really make this one. I'm like, oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He bought this for you.
That's
Yep.
So I've made her a couple of things over there, and she's like both of those things. So, which is good because like she won't eat a lot of it. Like she'll take a little bit and then like, all right, I'm good. Like, so you're gonna leave? I live by myself. So you want me to take all of this and finish it? Yeah. Okay.
That's how it works, man.
So I think cinnamon rolls is next. I think or cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls are good.
Like scratch?
Yeah.
Listen, sourdough.
I have not made sourdough. Somebody told me they had a sourdough starter.
A starter?
I think it's a PE teacher.
I was like, was that school?
I remember
I was in that conversation.
I got real deep into sourdough TikTok. Like I'm never gonna make sourdough bread, but I was watching people.
It's good health.
Interesting stuff.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think Miss Ryan with it one day, just to see, just to try. But of course, I like it. Like I'm one of those weird people. I like the way that the wheat bread tastes, and like whole wheat and rye and stuff, because it doesn't. It actually has taste.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see me eat white bread, it's because I'm somewhere where that's all they have. I would prefer white, I would prefer wheat bread, rye, or something with some uspa. So, but yeah, we're halfway through summer.
Yep, already.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't either because I got to write a lot. But I got ideas. So
Good.
So it's gonna work. And I like this. So, all right. Well, let's talk about drum corps because
Yeah, let's do it.
that's
This
countdown
podcast
is
about,
on.
right?
what 12 days from today.
No,
Yeah.
a week.
Is it a week?
Next Friday.
Yeah, 12.
Next Friday.
Less than a week when this episode comes out.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. So, it'll be here quick. This week's gonna fly by because I'm actually doing stuff. Well, I was doing stuff last week too, so that's the thing. So we got some more. I think today, on this episode, I think we're just going to run through some more. We're going to hit the world class announcements, but we're going to double back and hit some of those open class in all age groups that have been announced since we have been with you all last time. So we're going to kind of go through those, and then we'll hit the world class groups and kind of go from there. So once again, you can go to Flow Marching, not a sponsor, because we mentioned them a lot, but they have a running list of announcements and things of that nature, and you can go check it out for yourself and not hear us butcher some of the song names. And by us, I mean Zach and Chris, because I'm not doing it anymore.
You know what? I'll just run through the ones that we haven't got to yet. That way, and then we can flip flop through the world class. So all right. So first one we're going to talk about is the battalion. So we're starting in open class, and their show is titled "Foretold the Ravens." Is the name of that one. No program information, but they do have some rep. Commencement from Adventures in Time, Rite of Spring. Artemis and Apollo and Aspect, all that is from Adventures in Time. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. They already, they had a pretty good year last year, if I remember right. Was it them? Yeah, they had a pretty decent year. So it'd be cool to see what they do stepping out from there. So next we have Golden Empire and their 2025 program called Mind to Matter. So no rep on this one, but it does say inside the mind, electrical signals spark and spiral, neurons fire, perception shifts, and new connections form. Our thoughts become emotions, energy becomes experience, every sound, every motion, every moment reveals how what's within us becomes the world around us. Mind to Matter explores the powerful space where brain and mind meet, where identity is built and reality begins to take shape. It's interesting.
That's a little deep.
That feels like it's like a two sides of the brain,
right brain
thing. Yeah, something like that maybe. Oh, that'd be interesting. We'll see that one. Next is I always boss their name every single time. Les Stentors with their 2025
program. Les Stentors.
Yeah. Their program show title is "It All Stars with a Spark." We'll play on the phrase there.
Wait,
hold on.
The poster says starts.
Yeah. Oh well, the show title says "Stars" underneath it, so that's on Flow Marching there. It all starts with a spark. There we go. So maybe not. It's not a different of the phrase. Their program information is show where energy, passion, and intensity spread from a simple flare to ignite the band and the hearts of the audience. Get ready to experience a musical and visual journey where every moment counts, every note vibrates, and every movement triggers a wave of emotions.
I mean, every note it has to vibrate because it's sound.
Shh. Let them.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Let them be creative in their AI written show description.
Oh my God!
Don't stop with that. Don't get me. I'll get send 40 minutes on that. Anyway, next we have River City Rhythm. Their 2025 program's called The Winds of Change. Their rep is following Bob Dylan's song, which is kind of cool. Blowing in the wind, the times they are a changing hurricane. When the ship comes in and make you feel my love. Their program info says River City Rhythm is proud to announce their 2025 production, Winds of Change. Inspired by the lyrics of the Minnesota native Bob Dylan, our 10th anniversary season production explores the theme of change and the forces that drive progress. That's cool. I mean, neat little show there. That's it for open class. We have one more all-age group that we need to talk about, and that is the Hurricanes with their program called the Black Parade. When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city
to see the
marching band. So that's what this is about. So their rep right now says, "Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance." Program information: the Connecticut Hurricanes 2025 show unleashes a 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse myth in a bold metal-infused production featuring Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance, Conquest, War, Famine, Death. We don't fade, we march on. I did not expect to have My Chemical Romance and then the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Like, that's out of nowhere on that one.
I didn't know they were from Connecticut.
Well, now you do. And knowing's at the battle. G.I. Joe. So that's your, since our last episode, if you didn't watch our other episode, we go over the other open class and all age groups. So the episode before this, make sure you check that one out.
Previously announced.
So you can go to that one. But now it's time for world class.
Woo-hoo.
So, Zach, you can take it away on this one.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the Academy. Their show title is called London Fog. Rep Can't Fight City Halloween by Michael Giacchino and Natalie Holt. Enigma Variations by Edward Elgar. We Could Form an Attachment from Bridgerton by Chris Bowers. Made of Water from Humanity, Chapter 4 by Thomas Bergerson. Program info with musical excerpts from Edward. Those people I just said. We can't wait to share this show with you all this summer.
Heart fire emoji.
Yes, heart on fire emoji. Their poster's kind of cool.
It is. I was looking at that.
I never know. I always feel like their announcements are one thing, and then what they put out there are different. And that has been both very good and very bad. Well, not bad. It has worked and it has not worked. I'll rephrase. Yeah. So I'm curious to see which end of that scale we will fall on.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can decipher anything else out of that.
I don't think so. I think it's
just like people with umbrellas.
Fog. Yeah. Purple and orange.
That's it. I don't think there's anything that's going to jump out on that. So,
I'm a big fan of Enigma. So that's the thing.
All right. Am I going next too? Or?
I can go next. I can go next. Yep. Our next one is Blue Coats. That just says the 2025 season. So we don't know any, because they never announced until their opening night, which is June 28th, if you want to know. So that's happening there. They did put out rep, though. You have Binary Data by Alfonso Peduto. Sorry. Drumming by Steve Reich. Dream State by Sun Lux. Solitude by M83. Motto by Dmitry Salapanov, and featuring new music by Son Lux. So they put out a little teaser video. When was that? Like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I can't remember when it was. It's right around move-ins, I think, is when that might have happened.
It was just like a small group.
Yeah, they just kind of showed their rep. Yeah, that's all it was. So it looks like it's going to be purple themed this year. I don't know if that means anything or not, but it'd be interesting to see
how they're gonna top what happened last year, or how are they gonna take what they were able to do last year and crank it up a notch.
That's always my thing with Bluecoats, and I know they're going to do it because it's them. But like, how do they keep progressing the act? You know what I mean? Like, when are we going to run at a point where like either they're running to a point like we don't know how to from here, or they go too far and it's like, man, Jagamon, that kind of stuff. But
I think they like winning and stuff like that, but I think it really is for them sometimes more about the here's this thing that we're going to try. We're going to share this with you, and it's super hip and super cool, and everybody might not like it. I mean, it. I mean, we think about the Garden Show, and it took a minute for some folks to get on board with it.
Yeah.
And then the Dream Show too.
Riffs and Revelations.
Shoot, that was a trip and a half, man. Man.
So.
I mean, I even felt like it took people a little bit to catch on to Kinetic Noise too. See,
I like the original iteration of that show. Like they toned it down a little bit as the season went on, but like that with all the speakers, like they had some crazy stuff happening on the field. I really enjoyed that. I think that was a kind of a cool experiment to do. They scaled it back towards the end because a lot of people were just like, that's too much. But
all right. Next up, Boston Crusaders with their show titled Boom.
Boom!
Oh gosh.
If they don't do that in the show, then I don't know what
Rep The Kingdom by Tigran Hamasyan. Red, White, and Black Worlds by same person, Tigran Hamasyan. Whatchamacallit, that's not me being funny, that's the actual name. Whatchamacallit by Esquivel. Malambo number 1 by Ema Sumak.
You got like the hardest names.
It's fine. The Commuter and Shooting Star by Les Baxter. Once Upon a Time by Sarah Bareilles. No Time for Caution, Hans Zimmer. Now, Then, and Beyond by Ryan George, Colin McNutt, Ian Moyer, and Mike Zellers. It says, inspired by pioneers, inventors, architects, and artists. This retro-futuristic production finds great emotion in the conflict between innovative optimism and atomic age fear.
That the design of that poster encapsulate that statement.
Yes. Yeah, that's if you've watched they put out a trailer as well, like a teaser video, and it's very 1950s esque, 40s esque,
like not industrial revolution because that's a different time period, but like the
atomic age is what they're talking about, the nuclear,
boom.
that kind of stuff, Cold War kind of stuff. So like, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. I think when this happens. So.
I'm here for it.
But we were talking about them earlier.
Yep.
And we'll leave it at that. Next we have the Crossmen, and with their show titled Crosswalking. I'm just making fun of the poster there. They have no program information, but they do have some rep. They have Walk On Bob by Burt Bacharach, The Beginning by Louis Futon, Haitian Fight Song by Charles Mingus, that's going to be a good one, Unsquare Dance by Dave Rubrick, Hoedown by Oliver Nelson, Symphony Number 2 by Sergei Rachmaninoff. Good Lord, I cannot get that out.
Rachmaninoff.
Listen, I have been in a meeting for so long. I can't. My brain. Rachmaninoff. Thank you. And New Birth by the Funky Knuckles. What a name of a group. That's awesome. So yeah, not a whole lot with knowing what that's going to be about, but
I like the rap a lot.
Yeah, the rep's good. I don't know. It's just one of those. I mean, me and Zach always talk about it every year. I feel like we're on the same page with this. It's either it's like the years that I like what the show's about, they don't do well, and the years that the show I do not like, they do well. You know what I mean? Like that always worries me when like I look at the rep like, oh, that's going to be really cool, and then I'm like,
no,
and it's 15th now.
Yeah.
What did you do?
All right. Next up, Genesis, their show Kaleidoscope Heart. No program info, but rep includes Kaleidoscope Heart, Sarah Bareilles, My Favorite Things, Rodgers and Hammerstein. I knew it was going to happen.
Sorry.
Kaleidoscope by Chapel Roan, Seven Rings, Ariana Grande, and Pure Imagination by Leslie Brucusse.
You don't know how many kids, it's like, I will play, because I'll mess around and play it on piano, and I'm playing My Favorite Things, and the kid's like, oh, you're playing Seven Rings. Like, let me educate you, children.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you what sampling is, and here we go.
No.
It's a very teachable moment, but nah, the first time I was like, oh no, these kids.
That's like when Pitch Perfect with Don't You Forget About Me. They were like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I was like, first of all, y'all ain't never seen The Breakfast Club. Second of all, what? Get over it. Just, I need you to crawl out from under that rock you're living under. And, ugh.
So I will say this. I'm very interested in not only this show, but how well Genesis does this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have this feeling. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I feel like they're going to make a pretty good jump this year.
Everybody write that down.
A gut feeling.
We got to do our bro predictions next week.
So it's not that bold. I'm not going that high, but I think they're going to make a good significant jump here. So
the licks got me, so I'm already a fan.
Yeah, it's going to be good. All right, next one. I feel like someone needs a scream for Will. But please don't do it because I need my ears back.
We're just gonna hit the background.
Yes, we have the Scouts.
Come on!
All right, their 2025 program called The Nature of Being. Love the poster, by the way. Really cool. Got the DNA going in there and all kinds of molecule looking stuff and awesome.
Very sciencey.
Do what?
Very sciencey.
Yes. Mm-hmm. No program info, but rep, and hopefully I can get through this. Sati by Salim Soliman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Buchemis. I don't know how you say it. It's a Bulgarian folk song. I don't know how to say that. I apologize to people. Pyramid Song by Radiohead. I Remember by Dead Mouse. That's going to be good. Dead Mouse, I mean. And Toxic by Britney Spears.
Oh.
So
let it rest.
Listen, the only reason why we say the Toxic is because when you're here in this good state of Kentucky, I feel like everyone played Toxic.
That's because like the year before it was big in Texas.
Yes, yeah. So I don't know. I'm interested, man.
Yeah,
I like to see them keep up their.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to keep a hold on that spot they got because last 3-4 years that spot's not been consistently given to somebody. Got to be earned.
Which is kind of what you want. I mean,
yeah, we love parody.
Yes.
And speaking of Mandarins, with their show titled "If I Must Fall," And then the subcaption says, "The one I am becoming will catch me." That's her program information as well. The one I'm becoming will catch me. Rep includes music inspired by Will Healy, Lewis Cole, and Phineas O'Connell.
I don't know who those people are. Said
those names sound familiar.
I know Lewis Cole, and his stuff's out there a little bit. Not like out there as in like weird, but like it's a little. If you know his stuff, you know his stuff. If it is who I'm thinking about, the Lewis Cole I'm thinking about, he's a drummer, does some other stuff, but he had a little duet with I think a girl named Genevieve, and they're called Noor, and they got some pretty lit stuff. So I'm hoping it's him because I do like his
what's his like genre or if you're gonna get it like kind of a like I don't know, you don't have to be like one, but maybe.
Can I put his stuff in a genre? I don't know. I can't. I can't. I don't know. I'll have to let you listen to some stuff after we're done, but I just know I like his stuff. That don't mean you like it, but I'm just.
Well, you got good taste. So
well, I mean, I like things that are the status quo. That's good music that makes you think, and I think he falls under that category.
Gotcha.
His stuff seems like a great fit for what Mandarins are doing. I'll put it that way. So I'm here for it, especially with their new percussion staff.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting this year for sure. We'll have to get that. We'll have to talk about that next episode because it's gonna be interesting. All right, next one is Music City with their program titled "It Tolls for Thee." No rep, but they do have program info. It says, "It Tolls for Thee is a journey through the unstoppable patches of time where every moment draws us closer to the inevitable end. With each toll of the bell, the weight of the fate grows heavier, binding all souls in a shared destiny. As time fractures, races, and finally stills, we are left with the haunting truth. The final call is not for others, it is for us all." A bit of a darker turn for them.
I'm ready for this. I don't know. It seems like it could be a good year.
There's some local hype buzz surrounding him this year. A lot of folks are these are what they've seen from camp and stuff.
I mean, I know there's a lot of connections from Music City and then Mystique, and I know like if I were picturing like if this was a Mystique show announcement, if it's similar design team, and I know some of the staff carries over and things like that, it gets me excited because I know what route it could go if it was an indoor show, which doesn't always translate outside. I know that, but
yeah,
I just think about like when sometimes Mystique can push the envelope and go pretty far out with stuff, and I'm hoping that the drum corps, Music City, kind of can go that route some with costuming and music and just overall theme. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Now we might get 2 weeks in and I'm like, I hate it, but right now I'm hopeful. I'm a homer and I want them to do well. So
yeah, you always want to see the home team do well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody else on that one?
No, you're good, man.
All right. Next up, Pacific Crest. It Sin Our Nature. No program info. I mean, but it kind of gives you a hint or a clue as to what it could be about.
I don't want to say it's obvious, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So far.
Rep Fantasy by Oscar Schuster. Symphony No. 10 by Dmitry Shostakovich. How I'd Kill by Cowboy Malfoy. Jealous by Labyrinth, Better Have My Money by Rihanna, Dies Irae by Giuseppe Verdi, and To Die For from The Lion King by Hans Zimmer.
Have you all seen the Jamie Foxx when he's on Jimmy Fallon? He gets like the genre.
Oh yeah.
And he has Better Have My Money. It's the opera.
Yeah.
So good. Sorry.
Listen, I think this could be.
I'm ready.
If Madison better be ready because they're the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to finals, and Pacific Crest has been jumping every year. They've climbed that ladder every year, and
I just hope for them that this sounds weird. Well, it makes sense what I'm about to say, but like they save some for later. I think that's been their problem the last couple of years. Is that it's all been on the field, and it's just kind of, and they're hot at the beginning, and they just kind of plateau, and they don't really make it after that. But I'm excited about the show. I think it'll be good.
They've been on the verge, and it's been something that has kept them out. So I'm wondering, because it looks like it could be super good.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're talking about a poster and some rep, but
right. It's all hype stuff anyway, so
yeah.
It's fun. But all right, next we have good old Vanguard with their show, The Avant-Garde. No program information, but they do have kind of the rep that they're pulling from. You have Arvo Parts, John Corigliano, Bella Bartok, Raymond Murray Schaefer, the FKA Twigs, John Sathis, I guess that's how you're going to say that, P silent maybe, and Steven Sondheim. So that's the people they're pulling from for their rep. I know it's just a poster, but the title gets me excited, man. Well, I hope it's like weird.
What took them so long to do this show? Because anytime I describe them to somebody, it's like, they're kind of avant-garde. They kind of take what the activity is and just kind of pushes it in a different direction.
This also, and we're talking about one of the other groups, one of the cores, but like this poster also gives me the two sides of the brain kind of feel. Like if you look at the poster, you got like the geometric shapes on one side and then just the flow on the other side. So I don't know if that's playing into it or not. But I just hope it's all over I hope it's all over the place.
I don't know. It gives me Vox Versio vibes. I think it's because the color scheme. I hope that's not what happens. Not that one was decent, but it wasn't my favorite.
Well, it tried to be Babylon again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this doesn't.
I felt like it tried to do that. I don't think so.
I'm not saying a repeat of last year, but I hope it doesn't become something that they're trying to do over. I don't know. They'll prove me wrong. Hopefully.
Red Drumline going to give you the hardest shot in the history of the universe.
God.
Yeah, it'll probably be the first note of the whole show.
I think it's still ringing from
2 minutes of silence.
But it's still ringing from last year.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Seattle Cascades Primary. Program info. You think of yourself as a citizen of our universe. You think you belong to this world of shapes and colors. Out of this dust, you have created a personal image and have forgotten about the essence of your true origin. All right. Rep includes Void by Tim Mitchell, Yellow by Coldplay, Butterfly by BTS, Love You Like a Love Song, Selena Gomez, A Million Miles Away by Belle, original music by Jeff Chambers and Eric Yarmarked, Usiwa by Ado, Shikabane No Order by Kiku. Why do I have all these hard names? It's my turn.
You're getting knocked out.
And then My Universe by Coldplay and BTS.
At least you didn't F up Rachmaninoff. I mean, that was bad. That was bad.
Okay.
Well, okay. Primary. but they use the
Fibonacci.
You're taking the words out of my mouth right now. Go ahead and finish it.
Isn't that the Fibonacci sequence?
the Fibonacci
Yeah.
sequence.
Yeah.
But they sort of use primary colors. Sort of.
Essence of your true origin.
Uh,
Maybe it's more like primary purpose.
maybe, but why use a Fibonacci sequence?
Because that's
Also every single letter in that is like a different
Font.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It could be interesting. I just want to see them have a successful year. That's
I want everybody to have fun.
I need everyone to have fun. I need to be successful.
All right.
So, all right. Next, we have Spirits with their 2025 program titled Rockets. Rep includes Eric Whitaker, Def Leppard, Thomas Newman, Kiski Bashi, Pink Floyd, Martin Solveig, Lawrence, and Elton John. Their program info says, from takeoff to landing, a cosmic collision of sound and soul. When the Earth show is over, who plays the encore? This summer experience is the ultimate backstage pass. Looks like they're trying to have fun with it this year. Kind of reminds me of Crown with Rockstar, kind of that vibe, you know. I don't know if it's going to be or not, but just the rep kind of goes towards that.
Eric Whitaker to Def Leppard.
Right?
Sounds like. All right. And then next up is Troopers, who announced this show 12 years ago. It's called The Final Sunset. No program info, but we know it is the conclusion to the last, 3 seasons story that's being told. Original music by Paul and Sandy Rennick. Embarking and Setting Sail by Thomas Bergerson. Many Mothers by Junkie XL. In This Heart by Sinead O'Connor. Funeral for a Friend, Elton John and Bernard Taupin. And Symphony No. 2 in C minor, Resurrection by Mahler. And then, their poster there with the trooper in his duster and hat. So hopefully they keep that look again this year. I think everybody looks forward to seeing that as well. It's become the new look for the troopers, I guess you could say. And I'm here for it.
So one thing I'm worried about, if it's the exact same thing we've had the last 2 to 3 years, is it going to be enough?
The payoff's got to be there.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's the whole the movie vibe kind of thing, the saga. I love it. I'm all about that.
Like you're worried it's not going to live up to the hype, or it's going to flop. It's not going to be a good conclusion.
No, it's too much of the same thing so many years in a row. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I'm worried about. I like
last year was different.
It is, and so I'm hoping it's different enough to where you're getting some stuff, but
the only thing I remember from last year is Pastor Rasmussen.
That guitar solo. Yeah.
I remember more from the Greed show. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, Voracious.
Voracious, yeah.
Yeah. That show, I think.
But I also think, though, that's we weren't expecting that from them, and it came out of nowhere, and so it kind of stuck in our minds. You know? But then it goes back to the thing. Then they did it again. Okay, awesome. Copy and paste again. Okay. All right. And, so we're getting in that kind of area. I don't know. Like I said, I'm all about the whole saga.
Okay, was Voracious part of this storyline, or was that
I
just?
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think
it's the one right after that is the start of it.
I think it started with the Sun Prop.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Will they bring the Sun Prop back this year?
Oh, yes.
I feel like you have to. If that's supposed to be representing the sun, and it's the final sunset, then I would think you would have to use that again.
Oh, yeah.
So if you already lassoed the sun, and killed the devil, what else is there left to do?
Gotta go to heaven. It's our main character's last hurrah.
I don't know.
Watch it be just Red Dead Redemption on the field.
Oh, dude, don't even start with Red Dead. Oh, that game, my soul, man, so good. That's all the War Class announcements we have so far.
Yeah.
So which ones stick out to you guys so far that we have?
I mean, I kind of hit on a couple that I was excited for: Pacific Crest and Music City. I feel like Pacific Crest might be what Paradise Lost could have been or was supposed to have been in our eyes, maybe until we saw it. I don't know.
See, and that's something like I think we can talk about this later on because we don't know what the show looks like.
Yeah.
But it's very hard when people know the story and people interpret it the way they want to, and you interpret it in a different way. That's what happened with Boston with that show.
Yeah.
So that's always a thing to kind of think about.
I mean, we still don't know. We still don't have it. I mean, we know what BD is going to do. It's going to be,
we got tons of people left.
We got teasers.
We got Cabbies.
Oh shoot, I forgot about Colts.
We got a lot of people, man.
Blue Stars.
Blue Stars. Blue Knights.
Crown.
Which they've putting out some stuff. Ooh.
Yeah.
That Crown sound, man. Always. So good.
Well.
Yeah, it's a lot that's still around. Boston, I just like the aesthetic, and it gives me another hit of like maybe what last year was, and I really enjoyed last year. So,
I'm glad they're not doing story. It might be loosely story driven, but I don't think they're going to like play straight into that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it might go more the Zoom route. Like, here's your word. We're gonna do this word over and over.
And glitch,
Yeah, glitch. Like
thing,
when they're keeping it simple, I think it's good for them.
Now I'll say the storytelling got them to a point where they are now.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It's good to see them like. It's just like a Blue Coat, same way. They're not afraid to try and change. And see if things are gonna work.
I don't think they were bad at storytelling. I mean, I think about
No. I'm not saying that at all. I think it's cool that they're not like, all right, this is what got us here. We're doing this forever.
Yeah.
And like I think that's cool. I like that
because I feel like Phantom got in a storytelling rut for a while, and it kind of ended up hurting them some.
But they were also very good at it too. The thing about it was with them,
I know what Phantom show is. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, Phantom. And I think the thing with them and in Boston was they were doing it, but like they weren't evolving it. They just kept doing it, but there were no innovations behind it. Mm-hmm. Like when Boston started doing it, like with I don't know which came first, but you had SOS. But if you really want to go all the way back to Animal Farm, but it's not Animal Farm. But I just remember SOS and the Goliath show, like those two. It was if I wanted to get a kid, the Salem Witch Trial show.
Wicked Games. That was for SOS, I think.
Those were shows that I would show to my kids to say, "This is what marching band is." I know it's drummer, but like this is what the activity is. Like because you could watch it and they could get it.
It's accessible.
It's very accessible, and I think they did a really good job of being accessible and being effective. The two shows, we talked about the Whale show and because I don't know titles of them. The Whale show and the Adam and Eve show. They did great things with it. It was just the groups above them did more and executed better. But I think the story also can tie you down, aka Carolina Crown. You can only do so much with the story when it's there. Like we always Crown's brass line is fantastic, but now people have caught up.
Yep.
So it's not just enough. Like, okay, cool, you can quadruple tone get 600 beats per minute. So can the other top 5 groups. So what do you got now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like this Boston, but it goes to my aesthetic. It goes to the type of shows that I like to listen to and to watch. So yeah, I like Crossman's Rep. I'm looking forward to listening to that. I'm looking forward to listening to Genesis.
This Mandarin's show kind of gives me a Blue Knights vibe a little bit.
I can see that,
and I hope. Oh God! If
what was their COVID show called?
Who?
Mandarins?
Yeah. They had that marking. They did like the paint or whatever. What was it?
Oh, I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
I don't know either.
Sorry, that's a side tangent. I was thinking about that. Like,
if Mandarins can like give me the same vibes that those awesome Blue Knights shows did, you'll have to pack me out of Lucas Oil. I'm just gonna be honest.
The poster is super
out and
the poster is super bright, which is not what they've past 3 or 4 shows have been. So I'm interested to hear and see this palette.
I wonder if this. I would say that their poster. I wonder if
they look like relay batons.
I wonder if that's going to be all over the field. Like that's like their prop this year. Is that something like with a bunch of that stuff or metallic-y?
Yeah, because it's kind of weird because Blue Coats last year they did like they did this year. They put out their rep.
Yep.
And in their show design, it was basically showing you what the show was about, but you just didn't have any idea. So, like this year, I know when Blue Coats dropped their music, I was just like, okay, what does this mean? Like, what is this going to be like? And I'm just like, So yeah, I mean, that very well be something that we see on the field for Mandarins with that posters and that.
And their logo is blue, which is weird. Like, there's all kinds of craziness.
What if all their horns are a blue metallic color?
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, do something different.
It'd be kind of cool.
I guess. But
wow.
So,
all right. Well, that's all we got now.
Yeah. It's here.
Everyone and their mother's going to drop their show announcements next week. So
yeah, the single-digit countdown is upon us. We're getting close.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're there. I know Vanguard's doing their own release show, so that'll actually be in the tour. The preview tour is going to be on.
I'm going to say preview tour schedule. I'm going to talk about this next week, but Cavies, Phantom, and Crown are all going to be at that one.
Well, I think BD's having a premiere show. Vanguard's having their own premiere. Of course, Blue Coats will have their own as well. Like that'll be streamed, I think.
Yeah.
I would say the Blue Coats one's going to be good because it's got those Ohio groups in there. So you got Columbus Saints.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rogues Hollow, and you got Cincinnati Tradition as well. So, like, that's going to be cool. When does Blue Coats go?
Last.
But it says the Blue Coats Encore.
They'll just put them at the end.
Is it the Summer Arts Camp performance with the Blue Coats?
World debut of the Blue Coats, 754.
Oh, good Lord! I cannot. My eyes were. Let's end this. I can't, dude. I can't function right now. Oh man!
I was like, "Are you scrolling down?"
I just can't. I can't do it, guys.
Yeah.
I worked all day today. Then I was in class, and now we're doing this, which I love doing. But man.
And drums along the Rockies that day too.
Just
it sure is, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Troopers.
Oh my gosh.
There's no like
Boston
tiptoeing into the season like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
checking the temperature of the water at the pool. You're just diving in, baby. Let's go.
Oh boy. So we hanging out together on June 20th. Oh, that's my anniversary. No, I love my wife. I love her.
She don't have to wait. Yeah, she don't have to wait.
I think this happens every year. I'm like, hey,
it's always around. Yeah, because it's always near.
We were in Boston. We were in Boston last year for our 10-year anniversary. So I watched.
You're spending your 11-year anniversary
hanging out
with us.
That's what I need. I just need to get Nicole on here. She was in band, she was in marching band and stuff, but just to get her analysis of drum corps. Funny.
You're talking about
we might
commentary.
Have to end the stream.
It'll be On the Back Cash meets Mystery Science Theater 3000.
That's exactly what it would be. Or she would just say stuff. I'm just like. Or ask a million questions.
So we're probably gonna have to start with the Drums on the Rocky show, and then during intermission, or right after Colts, or in the middle of Colts, slide over to catch Blue Coats.
Oh,
well, and then come back. And Blue Devils are 8.
When does Blue Coats start?
Blue Coats don't play until 7:54.
Yeah, but the Drums on the Rockies doesn't start till 8:00.
Yeah, our time.
Our time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be over. Coach will be done before the Drum Rockies starts.
No, Coach is in the Drums along the Rockies.
No, Blue Coats.
Oh.
They go on at 7:54.
The Drums along the Rockies schedule is on Mountain
be
Time.
6:50, which is 6:54 our time.
Okay.
The Blue Coat show.
Sorry, it's showing.
It's Mountain Time.
The schedule's in Mountain Time.
Yeah.
But on the thing, it shows me what time it starts Central Time.
Yeah, I don't like that they do that. I'm sorry, flow marching. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of. Either make it Easter time and just stick with that for all of them. Because that is confusing. Like.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll have like an hour in between.
It'll be fun. Okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm finna say, Florida's usually pretty good about that, so I don't know.
All right, well.
Cool. Let us know in the comments down below who you are looking forward to seeing. I think it's funny that some people choose to release their rep, and some people choose to release program notes.
But not both.
No, but not both.
I wonder if that's a design thing, how they design.
I wonder.
Which came first, the rep or the program?
It depends on the group. I've done it both ways.
That's something we need to have a discussion. We need to have a panel one night, one episode.
Call Terry.
Talk about that. Talk about that stuff. I don't know. Terry might be on his no list for what happened last week.
What happened last week?
Oh
no, he's a
last episode.
I
I watched that video, by the way. I want everyone to know that. I did. What a bizarre video. Some mermaid, like Ariel or something. It was wild. But now I know the song. I know the song now.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of bangers.
Are we still invited to the cookout?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Just don't bring none.
Oh, you just said that we can all cook. Not even an hour ago.
I didn't say
now
what.
You're taking it back.
I just want everyone to know that I have a whole cabinet full of seasonings.
Oh my god!
I know how to use them.
Yeah,
I do.
Same.
I do know how to use them. So, I used to before we leave. I used to tell kids all the time. We talk about. I'm a history teacher, so we talk about the Columbian Exchange and stuff, whatever. We talk about what it all about was about spices. I'm like, I just want everyone to know, I may be a white dude, but I know how to use spices. I used to say that every single time. I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
I made dinner for my parents, and I was like, "Well, what'd y'all think?" And my mom goes, "It's kind of salty." I said, "No, Mom, that's seasoning." And my dad just lost it.
That's called proper seasoning.
That's called. There's more out there than salt and pepper.
S&P.
And maybe the occasional Lowry seasoned salt.
Whoa now. Whoa.
And then we're getting real out there. Onion and garlic powder. Whoa.
Oh, don't. Ooh. You're doing too much.
No, that's like this. You got to start with those.
Yeah, that's your base.
You have to start with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder.
Yep.
A little paprika.
No matter what you cook.
Yep.
Some Tonys.
Steak, burgers, Tony sashimis.
Yep.
Put in your cakes. I don't know.
This is my seasoning salt cake.
Like, no, we don't need that. That's cornbread. But anyway, let us know in the comments who you're looking forward to seeing and all that good stuff. And if you're going to any shows or something and stuff. Hey, we hit 400 subs. Thank you guys very much for that.
We did. Yeah.
Woo!
So that's pretty cool.
It was me.
It was you.
I made another email. No, I'm kidding. Wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't former students.
I don't know. Because it's funny because we only got the one. So, but I don't know. Either way, we're grateful. So appreciate that. And like I said, if we can get to 500 by the end of the season, we'll do a merch giveaway. We'll do some on the back hash swag.
Yep.
For you. So we got some time to do that. But, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
And watch us on Spotify.
And watch us on Spotify, too. So, I always listen to it in my car, so I never watch it. Listen to it. So lots of places you can find us. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe button. All that's from the free. It just supports us and gets us in the algorithm. So, for me, Chris, and Zach, and Will, good luck on Chopped. This has been, it's been another episode of On the Back Hash. Double Core season's almost here.
Yes.
Almost here. So, from us to you guys, we are...
Zach just left. He just not even... don't even care. All right. We are out.